So before I start this video, I just want to say I hope everybody that is enjoying the impact today, that went out there, out the Poconos Raceway, everybody's having fun. I obviously was not able to make it out. Little upset, little disappointed, but like I said, later on in the video we'll discuss that. But first off, I just want to say what's up, everybody, and super shout out to all my slow speeders out there. If you guys have not subscribed by now, please go down below, subscribe, like the video, and yeah, shoot a comment if you want to. I don't know, anything. And yeah, if you guys do not, and if you guys want to see more behind the scenes stuff, more frequent posting, obviously, you can go ahead and subscribe to me or follow me on Instagram, _slowspeed. But if you send a message, just remember, you're not the only one sending the message, so give me some time, because believe it or not, I do see a lot of the requests. Like, I'll see it'll say all the requests on the side, but like, oh, it fucks with my brain to try to click and answer everyone's questions like right then and there. So I'll go in it, do like 20, and then go in it and do like 20 more. So give me some time. A lot of you guys have the same questions, so what I'm gonna start doing as far as the same questions, one, I'm gonna start sending you guys links to the videos that I've already talked about it, if I've touched base like on that subject. And the next thing I'm gonna do is actually make a video on some of the, or I'm gonna make a video giving you guys some of the answers to some of the questions that you be asking. I almost ended that whole CRV trying to talk to you guys. Had to do the whole front of the BMW over again for you. But in today's YouTube video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about a couple of things I gotta do with the car, a little update, and why I was not able, why I was not, well, that's a little bit too much gas, why I was not able to make it to the impact, and the race motive or race wars or whatever the hell it's called, not gonna be able to make it tomorrow. So first things first, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to two groups of people. European Auto, I'm just gonna say European Auto. And I also got to give a huge thank you to this guy, David Shop. European Auto works on the car, David Shoup tunes the car. The reason why I'm giving such a huge shout out to him is because, go back in these videos, you'll see my car has not broken in a very long time. It's been about 2 months. And I'm also happy to say that everything that typically breaks on this thing is like a result of me doing something to it. So that's good. I'm happy to say that, you know, it's like a result of power. And now we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Let me go down here actually. If you're not familiar with impact, it's something that happens once a year. Everyone goes on Pocono Raceway and pretty much like kind of roll race and act a fool, push the cars to the limits. Also was not able to attend Mod Fame's roll race invitational. That's like really fucking cool too. Or this whole new race motive thing. I never heard of race motive. Maybe it came up before, but I haven't heard of it. If you guys have checked out some of my other videos, you'll see that I was actually having fueling issues with this car. Come to find out, the top hat of the fuel sending unit kind of melted. I've done my research, all right? Now, before, I don't quite know why it happened, but I've done my research. Could be a bunch of different things, but the number one thing that I'm researching is, and this is just not BMWs, but this is all cars across, like, whatever. The Walbro 525 Hellcat pump draws a lot more amperage than a lot of other pumps, and that's kind of the issue. So the wires were beefed up, everything was beefed up, but the little prongs in the fuel sending unit cap, I mean, it was OEM, it was stock, and it was just too much amperage, too much current for that, which led me to this next mod. I'm gonna use something from Radium Engineering. Stay tuned for that video. Next thing that I was running to with the car is I had a weird noise in the back. Now, if many of you guys know, I have the solid frame bushings and everything, so it makes a hell of a lot of noise already. But this noise was specific to this one side. So we put the car on the lift over at the shop at European Auto. Links and everything is down below on where you can contact them. Jiggled that wheel a little bit. We had a lot of play. Come to find out, the bearing is bad. Now the car has about 80,000 miles on it, so I don't expect the bearings to last forever. Given the type of stuff that I do, insert clips here, this car has held up a lot. I spin the tires almost every day, floor it, launch control, brake boost, whatever you want to call it, twist the axles, drive shafts, whatever you want to call it, I've done it, and the bearings have held up. So now the bearings are shot, and I have to go ahead and get them replaced. Order those from FCP, link down below as well. They are taking about 3 business days to come in. This isn't an upgraded part, it's more of a maintenance part. If you beat on your car and drive it hard, always check for things like that, because you never know. So after that, the car would be perfectly dialed in, I guess, as far as maintenance wise. I do have one big major upgrade to the front, waiting on parts from EBC. So you know I got something to do with the brakes, but just stay tuned. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I kind of posted it up. You know where I got my phone? I'll show you guys a little something. We're gonna go from this, you guys see that, to this. It's kind of my new wallpaper. I like it so much, it looks nice. And I got tired of seeing freaking green. That's kind of one of the reasons I don't post on my IG as much either. I'm tired of taking pictures of different angles of my damn car. It all feels the same to me now. Now I'm sitting here talking about all the money that I'm going to put back into this car. Again, with that being said, I want to give a special shout out to Spool Performance for helping me out and sponsoring me in this video, this channel, with some parts for the 435. But I want to talk to you guys about something, right? So let me sit down. Let me position the camera. I'll be right back. I'm trying to find a spot to put this damn mic. But I finally got it all set up. So hope is good because, well, I'm not getting up to reposition anything. I'm about to say something that probably a lot of you guys won't like. Why? Because whenever I put my opinion about certain things on these channels, I mean on the YouTube, a lot of you guys kind of disagree or whatever, right? I want to talk about financing car parts. I buy a lot of stuff in my car, and a lot of companies have helped me out making a build what it is, you know, whether it be a lot of advice, whether it be discount and stuff, or just whatever, right? But one thing that I will say is, no matter how much someone helps me out, or no matter how little or as much as I pay for something, I'm not gonna sit here and recommend you something like that because they helped me out. If that makes sense. Like if European Auto sucked as a shop, I would tell you they sucked. No matter if they paid me to do work on my car, I would tell you they sucked. Same goes for like Spool Performance or Wannabe Boost, whatever the case may be. I'll tell you, right? And I'm telling you this because I went on one of the websites. I forgot what website it was. I was ordering something. A lot of you guys might be familiar with the firm, but I see it on websites and I thought it was like some kind of scam until I heard one of my boys talking about it, that he affirmed something, and then I did a little more research and I found out like it's kind of like a financing thing, right? So it's like you pay like 35 bucks a month and whatever. It's like technically borrowing money. The reason why I say this is extremely stupid is because I'll put a link back here to a video that I did, actually right over there, where I kind of explain to you guys when modifying your car, like a lot of things that go wrong and it's never really worth it financially wise or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm not talking about you got a flat, maybe, you know, like a water pump blew out and you just don't have the money at the time. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about like if you want to upgrade in a cooler. The stock in the cooler is fine. You just don't beat on the car and you won't get heat soak. You know, if you don't have the money, I don't recommend buying stuff like that. It's kind of stupid to me because so many things can go wrong with just even installing it. So many things go wrong when you turn it up. You're gonna blow your charge pipe, and then you're gonna blow this, or you're gonna want more power. And then what ends up happening is you affirm one thing, so you're still paying off something, and then you have to affirm something else and something else and something else, and you get caught up in it. The commitment thing, I think, is the problem with me. A lot of us are already financing our cars. This car right here is no exception. I financed it for 60 months. I mean, these days, 72, 84, and 96 months are flying. I would never recommend anything like that. But to a lot of us, financing a car is like kind of like the norm, right? So we're already locking ourselves into this 5, 6, 7 year commitment. And on top of that, we're paying interest, you know, and then we go out and we finance stuff to go on the car that's not really necessary. There's a chance that something could go wrong with putting this part on, and if you don't have the money to buy the part, why the hell make you think you have the money to fix or to remedy it if something goes wrong, you know? Guys, I see it happening a lot, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. Man, I'd rather take the pinch or the blow, whatever you want to call it. I'd rather take that, like, damn, I lost the money, and now you can work on trying to make it back. You know, it's kind of like fucking up your money and then you try to make it back. You know, so it's like, damn, I blew $6,000 in Vegas. Now you got to get home, get back on your grind and make your $6,000 back. Not, oh shit, I went out to Vegas and I blew $6,000 of a loan. Now I'm going back to work to pay the $6,000 back, to be broke and then make it back. If that makes any sense. Well, I admit, I've done that. I did that with the Spool FX 150 pump. Put it on the PayPal credit. I signed up for this PayPal credit. It was amazing. No interest for 6 months. Wonderful, right? But I kept paying the minimum payments, and I wasn't thinking about the 6-month thing. I actually forgot about even that I didn't pay for the spool pump fully until the 6 month came up. And then I noticed that it says you have to pay like $800 or $900 to not be charged interest. And this interest would go back to the beginning of the purchase. So obviously I paid the $800 or $900, but it was like this instant big shocker of a blow, because I thought to myself, like, holy shit, I totally forgot. I put this thing in my car, I've beat the shit out of it, and I didn't even pay for it yet. So I don't know, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I figured I'd make a video talking to you guys about it, because maybe you didn't think about it, and maybe it will rub you the wrong way now. I'm gonna go ahead and replace a couple little things on this car while I'm not able to attend Impact. So if you guys follow me, I will go ahead and do a little behind the scenes type of things. I'll make a whole other video about that later. So yeah, take the camera and go meet me in the car. I wouldn't call this a real DIY or how-to video, because I might fuck some shit up. Just throwing that out there. If you haven't watched any of my other videos by now. So guys, there you have it. I finally fixed the seatbelt thing. Finally. Don't dig yourself deep in a ditch. Well, you know, if you're doing it for money is one thing, but if you're doing it for clout, oh God, you want to be the fastest. What? And just for clout? Oh boy.